Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to speak to you on Yom HaShoah as we commemorate the 6 million Jews murdered in the Shoah by the Nazis and their collaborators. Racism and anti-Semitism by the National Socialists did not appear overnight, nor did the extermination camps and their perfidious machinery of persecution, torture, and murder. Anti-Semitism and racism had been very much present in Austrian society before the Anschluss in 1938. Far too many Austrians actively instigated, planned, and participated in the crimes of the Shoah from the very beginning. They did so during the November pogroms, euphemized as Kristallnacht, and subsequently in the systematic persecution and killing of Jews in Austria and throughout Europe. We know about our history, and as much as we would like, we cannot change our history. And still, for a long time, it was part of the national narrative that Austria was the first victim of National Socialism. Today, all the more, Austria acknowledges her historic responsibility, in particular to never forget these unfathomable crimes. Today, we are committed to combating anti-Semitism in all its forms and to protecting and promoting Jewish life, both nationally and internationally. In the past few years, we took important steps to fill these commitments with life. In November 2021, the Shoah Wall of Names was inaugurated in Vienna. The memorial will at last restore to 65,000 Austrian Jews murdered in the Shoah their names and the human dignity of which they had been so ruthlessly robbed in Vienna and across Austria. It is a place of personal remembrance for the survivors, for the descendants of the victims, and for the whole of society that has been missing for far too long. The fight against anti-Semitism is a priority for Austria. In 2017, we adopted the IHRA working definition of anti-Semitism. During her EU presidency in 2018, Austria initiated the adoption of the first ever declaration of the EU member states against anti-Semitism. And in order to tackle existing and emerging forms of anti-Semitism in our societies, the Austrian government last year presented a comprehensive national strategy against anti-Semitism. The Austrian Parliament last year unanimously passed a law to protect Jewish institutions, preserve and maintain the Austrian Jewish cultural heritage, and foster Jewish community life. And in 2020, the Austrian citizenship law was amended so as to enable descendants of victims of the National Socialist regime to acquire Austrian citizenship without having to renounce their existing one. It has been a gratifying and humbling experience to see so many of these descendants in Israel and around the world reach out to Austria again and apply for Austrian citizenship. As we commemorate today on Yom HaShoah the 6 million Jews murdered during the Shoah, we are firm in our conviction and duty to fight against anti-Semitism in all its forms and to support and promote Jewish life in Austria. We are reminded of the responsibility to educate future generations about the past, to make sure that never forget and never again are more than words, that they are our moral obligation.